Hey fans, it's Erick Blackwelder here in beautiful Northern Virginia where it's a hot one today, June 28th, 2019, 93 degrees outside. Hope you're having a nice cool day inside. Anyway, today I've got a story about a nice lady that I'm helping to get a house for herself and her cute little daughter who's in elementary school. And Eleanor, the mother, wanted to get a house where her daughter has friends and classmates in the neighborhood. So she went out, found a neighborhood, and it has lots of her little friends and classmates right there in that location. That was the target area. Now, I did a CMA for the area and found out some ominous statistics. It's a hot market. The typical time on market for a house is less than a day. And the average price for a house is 103% of list price. I ain't kidding, 103% of list price. It's a hot market there. Well, houses would come up, just Eleanor would put in an offer, and it wasn't enough because she didn't go high enough to beat the competition. And this happened 3 times, and Eleanor was going 10,000, 15,000, 18,000 over the market and still wasn't getting the house. Well, right in the area where she wanted to be, right at ground zero, a house came up that was in the status of coming soon. Well, didn't take me long to get on the phone with the listing agent and beg all different kinds of ways for her to please let Eleanor inside the house just to see it and to make an offer before it went on the market. Please. I even used the little girl as bait. Please, this child wants to be in this neighborhood. Her best friend lives in the neighborhood. Would you deny that child? Finally, she relented and said, well, okay. So we went to the house. The sellers were home. Nice people, great folks. Eleanor got to talking with them, back and forth, found out that their ultimate scenario would be to sell the house with a closing date of July 20th. Then be able to rent back until about the middle to middle latter part of August so that they could have time to go out there in July, put a contract in on a house, and then close in August and move to the new house in time for the kids to start school. Eleanor said, I can do that. I can do that. Sellers said, fantastic. That sounds great. I said, I can write up a purchase contract to do that today. They said, you can? I said, yes. I can have it to your agent by this evening. They said, that would be fantastic. I said, Eleanor, Mr. Seller, shake hands. They shook hands. I said, okay, you got a deal. So, quick like a bunny, I take off and go to the office and get the contract together, send it to the listing agent. Call the listing agent, tell her what has happened. She's, what? What happened? I said, yeah, your seller agreed to it. They even shook hands on the deal. And so listing agent was a bit befuddled. And anyway, I could tell she was a bit disturbed with me, felt like I'd kind of done an end around. But hey, it was for the benefit of my client that I did that, because somehow, some way, I had to get that little girl into that neighborhood to be with her friends and her classmates so that she could have the experience of growing up with those kids. Why? Because my daughters got to have that experience starting when they were in elementary school and growing up into high school. So I lived that experience. I know that experience. And I know how precious and how valuable those relationships were. And it's something that has lasted to this day. And my daughters are now married. My older daughter is expecting her first child, my first grandchild. But those friends are still friends to this day. And I wanted Eleanor's little girl to have that experience. So I was willing to go to whatever lengths to get that for her. So, if you're looking for an agent who is willing to go to whatever lengths possible to make your dream of owning a home come true, hello, I might be your guy. So anyway, it's Erick Blackwelder here in beautiful Northern Virginia, wishing you a great day. Bye now.